good night, good morning, wherever you are. Beautiful life here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Okay, I want to talk about this birthright conversation regarding Trump thinking of having the law deal with the birthright citizenship thing. Um, the birthright citizen. Hey Pat, how you doing? I'm so busy from morning, man. That's why me just link and tell you later. But I saw it where it came on. You had a live. I thought it was on, but when I went on, it's still live, playing live. Yes, so me just like and thing. Me realize it weren't on. Yeah, me just come on. So me talk about this birthright law should be going on regarding Trump and so I see where sorry, Donna, it came up on my Facebook as usual. She come up and she was talking about it. But obviously Donna is one who sometimes she sometimes she read without understanding. And then she come on and she say things and which is definitely the opposite, right? So that's why I want to come on and talk about it on my platform, so to speak. So I'm saying, okay, I'm great. Me too. I was busy, yes, and I went to the market, supermarket as per usual. Yeah, today Friday. So yeah, I went over the road earlier this morning. Coming, I had something to do for my friend. She going away tomorrow. She and her kids on holiday. So back to what I was saying regarding Donna now. So yes, so I'm just doing a vlog on it. So yes, me addressing Donna. Um, are you coming on later? I'm supposed to go work, but it's cloudy and gonna rain. And if it rain, it make me just not have no energy to go out in that weather. So probably I don't gonna wear. Maybe I don't go back work till about tomorrow, till Sunday for real. Okay, thumbs up done. Okay. Yes. So lots of people don't understand this birthright thing. The birthright thing is not, it's not for people who born, say, citizens of America, or people who migrate legally and have children here. It has nothing to do with those people. Yeah, yeah, man. Me just not have no energy for. I'm really not go for. I'm not gonna pay no tax if I go work tonight. Trust me. Yes. So if you were born of someone who migrated legally to the US and you have your children here, that's not birthright citizen, right? It's referring to people who comes to America illegally or they come directly, to have children. Some people just come in America. Can hi. Hi, I said hi, hi, I said hi. Right? So you have people come up to America just to have baby. You have people who have the visa and they come and they overstay the time. Yeah, and they get pregnant and they have children. Those are the people he's talking about. Now, Donna is reading without understanding, right? And the birthright citizenship thing. Tulip's Corner. Hi. Said, hey Janet, how are you today? I'm much better. Thank you, Tulip. Appreciate it. Aisha's, I love you. Are you loving someone you don't see, Aisha's? Yes. So love you too for coming on, Aisha's. Yes. So Donna was saying it's land of free and the brave. But I think she's brave. You land of free and brave, and you're brave enough, Donna, to come out as if when you were in Jamaica, you don't talk about Jamaica government. So why, when you come to the US now, you're so brave enough to be chatting about the US government? Hmm? Why are you so brave enough to come and chat? Are you chatting and misleading people? Because that's not what the president was saying, right? And they're not going to make a decision until October. If you were listening carefully, you'd have seen where they say, if you want to see my face, check my videos. Aisha's can check my videos. Thank you. And yeah, so Dana come on big and bold and making a long statement and regarding you need to have an understanding of what the US the matter of fact, the Constitution. The Constitution state nobody can, if you're once you're born on the land, they're not supposed to, you cannot be turned away. But it's referring to people who are legally born in the US. These people come up and say they're gonna have baby. They just come up to have baby. You can't do that. It's not your land. It's not as you come on. You're asking for $1. I need $1 too, Aisha's. Right? Yeah, please double tap. Pat says some people just come and talk crap. Yeah, Pat, she talking about situation which you don't fully understand. Birthright citizens are people who born here illegally and they think they have a right to remain here. I don't wrong Trump sending out those people. You can't just pick up yourself and come to people country so you decide to just like I heard Donna saying. She was talking about people who come up like on the work program or school program and they decided to stay and she's saying, oh, they come to do education so they can stay. No, you can't. From once you do your education and the time is up, you had an agreement that I'm going to the US to study or England or whichever country, and it's gonna be 2 years. After your 2 years, you're supposed to go back home. After your 2 years, you're supposed to go back home. You cannot come to people country and say, oh, I come to study and I finish study and I'm gonna stay. And she's saying she's finding all the excuse as to why they should stay. No, you're encouraging people to disobey the law. That's exactly what Donna is doing, encouraging people to disobey the law. You have students come up when the time up studies, go back home, help your country. Although maybe they can't pay you, but you know they can't pay you after your studies. But the agreement was so go back and reapply for another scholarship and come back. Yeah, get a mentality. Yeah. She was encouraging us, so I don't afraid for voice my opinion regarding Donna or any conversation. Just like how she can converse about other people, anybody can chat about her also as long as it's in a respectful manner, far as I'm concerned, right? So so this thing where she came up and chatting about birthright citizenship, she need to go and have a go and door or what would you say now? She could read more fully, get information, Google information regarding birthright citizenship before you come out and talk. right? What from what I understand, Trump was saying and the judges were ordered, like they were saying the judges in constituent, they should remain in their constituent, put it that way, and not giving um overall judgment for the US. Like they're trying to, if him do an executive, if Trump do an executive order, then you're gonna have judge in maybe whichever state banning it or something. And they're saying no, it can't be done that, it shouldn't be done that way. Or they have the law, they have the lawyers come together now and make sure that they're gonna stop that sort of situation. They just cannot just, you know, declare that whatever Trump said or make put into law through his executive order will not be done, right? It has to come from the top court. They say it's whatever should be coming from the top court. And that's what he was talking about. And they made reference also to the birthright citizenship, which they will be dealing with in October. It's not yet in effect, right? But they are only gonna deal with people who come to America, have their children or child the illegal way. Even though they were born here, they're gonna say they're born here, but they have no rights. So that's what they were saying. So you people need to read and listen with understanding before they come out and you know give false information. All right, another issue I wanted to talk about. Oh, maybe I said I was gonna do another. Uh, I was gonna do another live regarding that separately, but I could, I could, I could talk about it. Yes, I could talk about it. Yes. Yes, but the red and blue. What that red and blue means, Pat? Me don't know what I mean. I'm belching. I just eat. I made some juice with some of the melon I had. I mix. I blend it out with peach and ginger. Yeah. Yes. So the heart. Yeah, the heart. Okay. Yes, no. So that's Donna. As I said, I wanted to do this separate regarding Lady V. Come on, I really like her too. Yes. Lady V. On her live on Facebook. I watched it not long ago because I wanted to see for myself and listen carefully before I even talk about the subject, which is that child who got beaten by their schoolmate in Ocherias. Allegedly, I think it is the Ocherias High School. No, first let me say, Ocherias High School, that's a school where they have violence. I don't know how often, but they do. That's the school my daughter used to attend, my eldest daughter. And my daughter had a cousin was going there. He was like about 15 at the time. And that was like some maybe 8, 9 years ago. Yeah, he was a student there. And he is a quite nice young man. And they were having an event at school, and he was one of the persons at the gate who as of what you would call it now, they're guarding the gate, right? And that day in question, he didn't somebody was to come in and they didn't want to come in. I think they had to pay. I don't know what they had to do, but whatever the child had to do it. He disobeyed, didn't want to do it, so he didn't. My daughter cousin didn't let him in. I think that was the case. He didn't let him in because he didn't have the necessary to come inside. It was an event, and you know what they did the next day? Waited him out the road, Utrecht High School. Waited him out the road and stab him to death. Yes. Mighty God, that was a sad occasion. He was a nice, all he was doing his job, his duty at the gate. And the boy lay waiting on his way, going home, and attack him and give him one stab in his heart. Hmm. My daughter cousin, they are Simpsons. Anybody know? He wouldn't be Simpson. His name is not Simpson, but his mother is Simpson. My daughter is Simpson, right? And he was a nice young man. Oh my God. So now, this child, I guess it's last week or this week it happened, where this child was attacked by her group. This girl just approached her and the other girl dragging her, and then all the attack come down on her. This girl kick her and then start kick her and kick her and kick her and all that. It was horrible. It was really horrible. So Lady V came on and was speaking about it. But then I think Lady V, as I said, is she wanted to address. I think you deal with it in a way not professional. So I hope she see this. I'm gonna tag her in it. Cause Lady V is somebody I watch and I respect, and but then when things do happen, children, you're dealing with children, and the way our Lady V addressed the children, and the adjectives, whatever were being used, and given the impression, we know there's some of the words that she used, meaning those children should be unalived. Yes. And she described them in a way which I don't think even if the children did something that bad, they're children, and there's an appropriate way to deal with it. You're not just gonna come and call people children some derogative name. I don't care, because despite the fact that I like Lady V, the truth is the truth. You cannot come and describe people children as um hogs or whatever, and all sort of name. No, no, Lady V. Not because she took it to a level, Pat, she took it to a level where she becomes personal. And Lady V is a counselor. She said she's is a counselor. So she should know better. You'd have to listen to it to understand fully what I'm talking about and what others talk about, because Lady V did come across too personal and describing people children. No. And saying that the parents would, if it was she, they would have to have bread and fish. And we know what that means. Bread and fish meaning night night. A night night you have bread and fish. So you'd have bread and fish. That means the child would die. You can't do that. You can't say that, Lady V. That's two person, that's out of the way. And people, not because, yeah, this is not good. Pat's Kitchen, I don't know her. She's on Facebook. Lady V has been on Facebook for years. I think she now have her YouTube. I'm not even. I don't even know. But she's on Facebook. She's in one of those small islands, Jamaican, but she's, I think, Antigua or one of those islands she in. But I'm saying, Julia Lua, hi sis, hi honey, hi sister Janet, hi Julia, welcome. How are you? How you doing? Uh, just put in Lady V. If you go put in Lady V and then you'll go listen to what I'm talking about. Lady V, yeah. That's the name, her name. And you'll see her in Facebook. And then you just scroll and then you'll see the fight with the kids too. You'll see the children fighting. It was a horrible fight. But the good thing, they didn't have any weapon. Lady V was saying, why didn't the children, those children, the boys, why they didn't help to part the fight or whatever. But fight nowadays, it's not like back in the days when it's just face. But luckily, this one was just face because normally they fight with tools, with weapon. Oh, am I doing? I'm doing much better, Julia. Yeah, I wasn't too well over the week, but I'm much better, thank God. How are you? I soon check out your page. Yes, a Lady V was really, really, really um out of place as far as I'm concerned. Yes, Lady V, you were out of place. You were personal. You there was no professionalism in it. And you're a counselor, you said. And she was saying, oh, the soldiers should come and all the big fat one, the fat girl or whatever, the soldiers then should give her two lick in her chest. Come on, you're instigating violence. That's not right, Lady V. As much as me like you, may I tell you the truth. That doesn't go down well at all. Sorry about. I'm doing well. Happy to hear, Julia. Happy to hear. I'm to go work tonight and I still don't have the energy to go out. It's for real. Still don't have the energy to go out. Yes, so oh, let me turn on this TV so the place not that dead. Let me see if I can find what I'm talking about. Yes, Lady V, that's not how you deal with it. That is a litter. She was saying, if it was her child coming home with that, she would, I'm not winning the fight, she would give her an awesome for that. But then, Lady V, controversial because Lady V, you did say your son was in a situation where a boy beat him up at school and you came home and you didn't do what you say you would do. If it was your child, you didn't do that. Where is hosting from, sis? Oh, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Yeah. Oh, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let me see if I can find. I tell you, I don't know what's going on with me. I have no energy. I don't want to get out of here. I don't want to get up to the apartment. I don't want to get out. All right, let me see if I can find what is this? Final rest of Italy House. Final results on Italy House. Okay. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find what I'm talking about. What? David Mann tearfully reveals Tamala man health worsens after horrific. Is that real? Yeah? Let me see what's that going on about Tamala. You know Tamala? Pam, you know Tamala, she sing? Let me go on that and rest with Lady V case right here. Now, this is interesting.
Gospel's golden couple is crumbling. Look. And not just in spirit, but in body, soul, and possibly
really?
in surgical screws and in paid-for bags. David Mann, the man who stood beside Tamala Mann through hymns, hallelujahs, and health shakes, just tearfully admitted something that has the gospel world gasping louder than a Sunday altar call. Y'all remember when Tamala dropped 200 pounds and everyone screamed, won't he do it? Well, what he didn't do is tell y'all that behind that miracle makeover was a trail of nerve damage, shady deals, and a gospel machine grinding her body like an
Wow.
overworked praise dancer in 6-inch heels. And now, David's cracking, on camera, with receipts, with tears. And what he's revealing is more shocking than a revival tent collapse. We're talking hidden surgeries, ghost doctors, and yes, a pastor nutritionist who allegedly prescribed detox, oil blessed with calorie-canceling scripture. So buckle up, saints, because what started as a faith-based glow-up is now spiraling into a holy hot mess. Is Tamala Mann fighting for her life while her name funds gospel cruises? And keto anointing kits? Yeah, you're gonna want to stick around for this. Welcome to the scandal they prayed you'd never uncover.
Hey everybody, I'm in my room now. Surgery was successful. Thank you for all your prayers. I haven't gotten up and walked yet, but that's coming in probably about an hour. But I just love everybody. I just thank my family and all you guys' prayers out there and all the calls we got. I really appreciate it. I couldn't have made it without everybody.
Wow.
So thank you so much.
Yeah, she lose weight.
You ever thought gospel stars lived on blessings and Bible verses alone? Think again. Because behind the bright lights, hallelujah choruses, and Instagram devotionals, there's a dark corner of the gospel world where saints are suffering, silence is monetized, and miracles come with a fine print that even God might side-eye. And at the center of that storm right now, David Mann, the man who's always stood beside gospel powerhouse Tamala Mann and who just broke down in holy tears over a truth so disturbing, it might just flip the entire praise game on its head. This ain't just a help update, this is a full-blown expose. One man, one voice, and one deeply buried truth that nobody wanted to hear. But now, nobody can ignore. Let's roll back the tape. Tamala Mann gospel royalty, queen of high notes and waistline glow-ups. Her transformation journey from Take Me to the King to Take Me to the Cato had the church girls ditching casseroles and picking up dumbbells. Remember when she shed over 200 pounds? The blogs were shaking. The pews were twerking. Everyone wanted the secret. Well, now the secret's out, and it's uglier than a deacon's wig caught in the rain. Because according to David Mann, what was once branded as a miraculous wellness journey has spiraled into a medical catastrophe so terrifying. He's now preparing for the worst, and not the lay hands and pray worst. We're talking end-of-life directives, ICU beds, legal paperwork, and a whole industry built on her back, now vanishing faster than communion wine at a gospel after-party. Let's start with the moment David broke down in a leaked audio clip originally sent to a private prayer group, and then, surprise, surprise, mysteriously leaked to a gospel tea page.
The brown is the comedy. Julia. Hi, Sister Pat.
Not bouncing back.
Hey, Julia. Julia, how are you doing, sis?
She was never told how
So she did surgery that went wrong.
Singing, smiling, selling, while her body fell apart inside. No filters, no spin, no PR polish, just raw, broken truth from a man watching his wife wither away. While the people who made millions from her miracles sipped detox, teas in silence. But let's not pretend this storm came out of nowhere, because if you were watching closely, the warning signs were all there. Let's go back 10 months. Tamala's Instagram feed, a parade of green juices, gym selfies, and suspiciously filtered praise quotes like, "Health is the new hallelujah." Cute, right? Until you realize that behind those posts, she was already in physical therapy, already on anti-inflammatory meds, already hiding the fact that she couldn't climb a single flight of stairs without assistance. One backup singer reportedly told a friend, "We'd have to hold her up behind the curtain."
Wow.
But she'd smile the moment the lights came on, because the brand came first. And there it is, the brand.
Wow.
Not the body, not the soul, not the woman, the brand. Because while the gospel world claimed Tamala was walking in divine wellness, her knees were allegedly held together by cortisone, duct tape, and unlicensed vitamin injections from a man named, wait for it, Pastor Rejuve. And if that name sounds familiar, it should. He's the same guy behind the infamous Faith Cleanse Pack, the $79.99 detox tea that promised holy hydration and miraculous metabolism. Tamala's face was all over it, but guess what? She never even approved it. David found out after the fact. Tamala's face had been slapped on boxes, banners, even prayer journals promoting the tea without her consent. And that tea, according To one nutritionist who analyzed it, this isn't detox. This is powdered laxative and crushed vitamin C with a Bible verse taped to the bag. So now picture this, Tamala, backstage, hooked to a portable oxygen tank, struggling to breathe while her face is projected on giant screens in arenas across the country selling a lie she didn't even write, and while fans screamed hallelujah and reached for their wallets. Tamala's real reality was a downward spiral of chronic fatigue, nerve damage, collapsing joints, muscle loss, and allegedly organ stress from unregulated divine supplements, all hush hush, all spun as part of the transformation. And the worst part, everyone knew, but no one said a word, because in Gospel's prophet before prayer machine, truth is bad for business. But David man, he's done being silent, and when a gospel husband breaks character, you know it's real. He's not just crying behind closed doors. He's documenting everything. Sources say he's compiling a folder of evidence so explosive, it makes the IRS look like Sunday school. Emails, contracts, deleted texts, supplement breakdowns, even secret video footage from a hospital hallway where a nurse allegedly mutters, "I can't believe they made her perform last week." Her liver numbers were in the red. Liver numbers. Not just vibes and scriptures. Tamala's blood work was screaming louder than a choir solo, and her management still booked 3 more shows. And now, it's all catching up. Tamala's last emergency. Surgery? Not planned. Not elective. Not even optional. It was a life-saving intervention after her body fully shut down mid-rehearsal. One insider claimed she collapsed backstage and stopped breathing for 13 seconds.
What?
They called it fatigue. It was a code blue. But the label didn't cancel
Code
the
blue.
next city. They just changed the poster to
See if I
say,
can
"An
put this
evening
on
of
there.
inspiration featuring Tamala Mann's story." Her story. Not her performance. Not her presence. Just her brand. And David, he's not staying quiet anymore, because while gospel execs are reportedly preparing miracle recovery montages, while shady pastors are still preaching sermons about weight loss through worship, and while her social media team keeps posting old footage like she's thriving, Tamala is allegedly in a hospital bed, hooked to machines, fighting for movement, fighting for breath, fighting for life. And David, man, he's fighting too. Not just for his wife, but for the truth. So by now, you've seen the mask slip, but what you haven't seen is who's behind the mask. Because Tamala Mann wasn't just failed by her health, she was failed by the entire gospel machine, the managers, the marketers, the miracle chasers who turned her body into a billboard and her struggle into a sermon illustration. Let's be real, this wasn't healing. This was hustling, sanctified, sterilized, and sold in a shiny package labeled inspiration. But behind the camera, behind the filtered fitness reels and scripture captions, there was blood, there were screams, there were scans doctors wouldn't dare publish. And David man, he's done praying in silence. He's about to shout the truth louder than a Sunday altar call. Let's talk about the moment this holy wellness empire started to collapse. According to insiders, everything changed after a mysterious document labeled Protocol Override Memo, TMO2, surfaced in a digital audit. This wasn't a prayer list. This was a cover-up playbook. Sent from a marketing executive to Tamala's tour team just 3 days after her emergency hospitalization. It included exact talking points like, frame her absence as a spiritual pause, not medical. Mention self-reflection, not surgery. Recycle older, strong footage to maintain momentum. Do not allow family members to speak without PR clearance. PR clearance for a woman who couldn't walk without a walker. For a woman on painkillers so strong they were flagged at a level 4 toxicity by one nurse. And yet, the content machine didn't pause. It doubled down. Old interviews were re-uploaded with new thumbnails. Devotional videos filmed months earlier were reposted with fake captions like "I'm live today." And in the most blasphemous twist of all, a pre-recorded podcast clip was posted titled, "Why I'm Stronger Than Ever, My Walk with God Through Pain." Except that clip was filmed before her surgery, before the collapse, before the code blue. They were manufacturing her strength while her real body was breaking by the hour. And the worst part, her own husband didn't know. David found out the podcast had aired from a fan DM. One of Tamala's team members, under strict gag order, reportedly whispered to a friend, "They don't care if she ever gets better. They care if she stays profitable." Let's pause right there. Imagine being in a hospital bed, tubes in your arms, and finding out that someone scheduled your strength. planned your healing narrative, posted your joy like a draft tweet. Sources close to the Mann family say David was blindsided, furious, but locked in by contracts, gag orders, NDAs so tight they allegedly threatened to terminate current agreements and void future royalties if he spoke up without permission. And that, y'all, is the part no one wants to hear: how control gets bought in this industry. David wasn't just silenced, he was muzzled. But he's not staying muzzled anymore, because while the label was prepping a wellness tour, Phase 2, with Tamla's face still plastered on flyers, David was sitting in doctor meetings hearing terms like degenerative breakdown pelvic, instability fatty gepisable spinal infusion lit that marinate spinal infusion. For a woman who just 5 months ago was doing praise laps around a gospel cruise stage, now she couldn't even sit upright without fainting. And yet, the official story? Tamla's resting and reflecting. Reflecting? She's fighting for function. And the deeper David dug, the darker it got. One leaked email from a church-affiliated PR firm allegedly pitched this: Tamla's recovery can become the new blueprint for divine resilience. Frame it as a modern job story. Book her on The View with tears and testimony. Schedule a post-recovery tour. Pre-sell merch with inspirational slogans like broken but blessed, not healed, not helped, just monetized. And who is backing it all? Let's talk about the Faith and Fit Coalition, a group of Christian wellness entrepreneurs who supposedly partnered with Tamla for a $3 million campaign last year. Supplements, fitness books, live wellness shows. The same group whose product line was called out for unregulated ingredients, false medical claims, and according to one whistleblower, we didn't test a single batch. The packaging was priority. The pills were just filler. And you know who got blamed when the backlash started? Tamla. Even though she never approved the deal personally. Even though her health was already declining by then. But here's where it gets disgusting. According to an anonymous legal assistant who quit in protest and allegedly leaked sealed docs, one clause in Tamla's deal required her to attend 2 fitness events per quarter, regardless of physical condition, unless a terminal diagnosis was submitted. Yes, she literally had to be dying to say no. So next time someone says she agreed to it, ask yourself what kind of agreement forces you to perform while in a wheelchair? What kind of industry cashes checks on broken bones? But David had had enough. Sources say after a heated backstage confrontation with one of the coalition's reps, David allegedly threw down a prescription folder and shouted, "This is what your wellness bought us: paralysis, pain, and silence. She gave y'all everything. Now you want her to dance on crutches?" And here's the twist. There's video footage of that confrontation, shaky, muffled, but unmistakably real, is allegedly being held by a former production assistant who's considering leaking it to media if Tamla's condition worsens and the lies continue. The gospel machine is shaking because while executives are trying to package this as a comeback story, the reality is a tragedy unfolding in real time. The truth, Tamla's condition, according to a recent surgeon's note reviewed by a faith blog insider, states, likelihood of full recovery, 25. Nerve trauma irreversible without experimental procedures. Current prognosis, permanent mobility limitations, highly probable. And that right there, that's the moment everything changes, because the world still thinks she's recovering. They don't know she may never walk again. They don't know she's allegedly been in 3 surgeries in the last 6 weeks,
May never
each
walk
one more high risk
again.
than the last. They don't know a signed DNR form sits at the foot of her hospital bed. But David, he knows. And now the world's about to know too. Because in a voice message sent to a private family chat again, mysteriously leaked, David says, "If they think I'll let her become another gospel casualty, they don't know me, they don't know my God, and they don't know the truth I'm about to unleash. That ain't a threat, that's a promise." So now we've reached the moment nobody wanted to face. The final act of a story to heavy for. Hallelujahs and too twisted for testimony. Because while Tamla Mann fights for her breath, for her bones, for a future that may never look like her past again, the people she trusted most have been busy, not helping, not healing, plotting, planning, and pushing a brand built on brokenness. Let's start with the unthinkable: a secret file, code-named Revelation Package, discovered on a private drive by a former assistant at Tamla's management firm. Inside, drafts of press releases, tour schedules, and most shocking of all, a full comeback campaign timeline. scheduled 6 months in advance. 6 months. While Tamla was still unconscious after her second spine-related operation, they were booking venues, designing merch, and prepping wellness revival shows hosted by other gospel artists, all using her name. Even worse, they planned to roll out a virtual Tamla, a digital recreation of her voice using AI to sing pre-written devotionals. That's right, a hologram hymn hustle. And who was behind this? A digital consulting firm known for launching faithfluencers, a new wave of gospel influencers who, let's be honest, couldn't carry a note if you auto-tuned the Lord's Prayer. They reportedly signed a deal with Tamla's label weeks before her hospitalization, betting big on virtual content in case her body couldn't keep up. Let that sink in. They were already planning a future without her physical presence, but the world was still under the illusion that everything was fine. That Tamla was sipping smoothies, walking by faith, prepping a new tour.
All right, so
Medical team was begging for the opposite.
she
A
is
leaked
not
voice memo
well.
from Dr. Jackie
All right,
sent
they're
to the Mann
repeating that
family
now.
and later
Let's.
obtained by an anonymous gospel insider said this: if Tamla is pushed again even once without 6 months of full recovery,
Wow.
we're not talking about paralysis.
That
We're talking
is
about
so
organ shutdown.
sad. Organs shut down. That is so sad. Hey, Pat, where are you? That is so sad.
On Spirit, you can change or cancel flights for no fee, which means you'll have some decisions to make. Do you go back to work? Or stay and have a poolside spritz? Work. Spritz. Work.
Wow,
Spritz.
wow. That is so sad, man. I
Yeah,
did saw it the other day and didn't
spritz.
pay much attention.
Work can wait.
Turn on the TV.
Spirit. More fun.
Yeah, let's see what's going on. Let me see if I can find let me see if I can find this thing. No, I don't think I'm gonna find it here. Oh my God, what a world, eh? Jesus. What a world. What a world. Let me see what is it I can talk about on here. Oh my God. Kino Life. Get my yard sweeper because I get it cut. Okay, what a rotted Uncle Curly. Policeman tells Jamaica why he had to kill his teacher girlfriend. Just how Lorna missing. Oh my God. This is sad. This is Shout Out Friday. Let's hear this. Shout Out Friday with Oliver.
This is for my viewers and subscribers, Oliver and Filter JK. And you don't know, Friday almost done. We have like an hour and a half before we go over into Saturday. But we still have to just come do it and watch your face. And you don't know, we're not going to really just like, call the name and show the video and the person, what the person is doing, because you don't know anything, time kind of more than catch up on me. I'm going to call out some names, and I want to know if you please and thanks, go and visit them. And just remember, say, at the same time, this is Shout Out Friday, and when we say Shout Out Friday, we see some people name, and we select who we want to select, and we call out them name, and people, we must visit the people. And if you really want to build on the channel, visit these people, or anybody, or guys, go back in the past Shout Out Fridays, them go check out the catalog, and see them, see them thumbnail look, good, extraordinary, fussy, you know what I mean? Go check it out.
Alright, I want curtain Oliver put behind the
Just go
TV.
over to them and still say Oliver Unfiltered send me over here.
Welcome to Shout Out Friday. Come and grow your
Some I did from
channel.
before, some I do it now same way, and just want to see everybody
Put something
grow,
behind the TV, and then what? Him looking at one glass. You have a glass, so him looking at.
sit
And
and
show the back
depend
of it,
upon
and then it show the
just,
TV.
Viewers only. You have to respect the content creators in it. Because content creators help to build other content creators until you can go on your own and do your thing and know say I hate that, you know. So guys, I just want to know if you just listen for them names here. And I'm gonna try my best for tap the names them in the description and thing. Time I catch up on me. Anyway, right now, um right now, guys, my phone has swing someone. Yeah.
So let the rain start.
Richie RICHYDA Tycoon TYCOON Tycoon. Yeah man, you can check him out. Richie Da Tycoon DA in the middle, you know. Richie RICHY. You can check him out, and if you are trying to find him and you can't find him, you can just put the at before and just, you understand? Search. Same way. Yeah man, you can check out that person, see good channel. All of whom I call them names. There's some reasonable channel where you guys can go over and visit and watch and relax and take in what is going on. And you know, everybody do them one thing, you know, but not because a niche might not be your niche, that doesn't mean they're not to visit them. Yeah man, visit them man, because I know we've been doing different stuff. So guys, I hope you guys just understand. And this person goes by the name of Mr. Meeks Life Plan. Mr. Meeks Life Plan is a gentleman, you know, where he's a man who believe in farming. Him do farming. He's a farmer, you know, and him love trucks and them thing then, you know, him doing things. See, and some people do YouTube for fun, some take it serious. You know? So Mr. Meeks, me think take YouTube serious because me see him visit me all the time. And I try my best to return to him as well, you know. Maybe not same time, but I try my best because, you know, obviously we as content creators, we're not going to remember everybody, but this when we see you come and I'll say, you know, visit, just press on the round circle right away in the comment section and go over to the channel and just watch what we can watch and, you know. Yeah man. Yes guys, Mishibu is a lady where, you know. Yes guys, a lot of disturbance in the background here, in the studio. Anyway, Mishibu, M-I-C-H-I-E, Mishibu. Maybe a few of you guys recognize her name, know her name, and maybe watch her, but you can go over to Mishibu. Mishibu is a lady that she loves to blend fruits, a lot of fruits, all different type of fruits, and make a nice, cool, refreshing, healthy drink. And you know, you guys can watch our content, nice content them man, our color, our everything, our quality, it's just good like that, you know. Fruits nice and clean and everything refreshing, you know. Trust me, more time when I see Sharika, a long time she do it. See, and more time when I say, not she alone, but other people who really blend fruits and way. And more time when I see her then drink, say, even though we can make it here in Jamaica, because you know, so Jamaica tropical, we have fruits, and we have apple, we have this, we have that, and whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah man, even a person goes by the name of Empress GTV. Mr. Empress GTV, you can go over to her, Empress GTV, you can go over to her and get her power strength too. You see, because a long time she did which part she did. You know, she got about 1 point something subs and well, about that and couple of videos. See, and the last video I watched with her, she was, you know, showing us how to make tomato ketchup. Empress G, you're a very creative lady. I am so proud of you. You see, when you see some ladies out there we can angle themselves in the kitchen, them deserve to have a good husband. Me not lie. Me fi just talk it truth. Them deserve to have a good husband. You know, ladies we can angle themselves. and present themselves and do the thing, jump around, because you still have people who really can't help themselves same way, you know what I mean? And if a woman can't help herself certain way, not them a time, them a type of man you don't really want to settle with you. Because them one woman they can cook and go around the fire and the stove and present them one nice refreshing drink, a nice meal, and and trust me, Missy Boo have that. She have the taste. She have that rocking, man. So, guys, you can go over to Missy Boo, you can go over to Empress G TV same way and give Empress G TV the power strength same way. As a circle. Mishibu same way. A long time Mishibu then I think and I do our thing. See? And I must say guys, you can go over to Margaret Simit Talk. Margaret Simit Talk. You can go over to her, check out her content. Is a simple lady saying she's a writer and thing, a arter, yeah. And she, trust me, she have a high peak of reasonability. You have to listen to her. And, recently, Mr. She posted a picture from in the 70s, and you can see in the 70s. Trust me, how many of you wish you could have go back to the 70s? Where nice, beautiful, dark-skinned ladies sporting Afro hairstyle and them little stuff there, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, you them time they know an empress, you know, for Ras, to be an empress. Souls are do it. Empress, dark and lovely. Is it? And Margaret Simit Talk is one of those ladies. If you type in Margaret Simit Talk and you don't find her, put the at before Margaret, okay? And you spell out everything and just send it off and set to find her and think. I don't know. It's a lovely lady, outspoken, very, very, very intelligent. And
Now here we go. I can't help it if I'm up and feed and watch it.
Whoops, whoops, copyright, right?
is a Christian woman, but she's a type of down-to-earth type of Christian lady. She not skin up her face from people and deal people in any show her ability people to
You're there.
Christianity. She not make that governor and ruler. She govern Christianity and govern herself different from Christianity. She put that aside because when that ready for deal with, she deal with that. When she have to deal with human being, she deal with human being with respect and dignity. So guys, you can go over to Miss Margaret Smith Talk, and that's what her channel name. Now I must say to you guys, this is KC Adventure TV. KC Adventure TV is a nice, beautiful young lady who have a nice content shop. Daughter, husband. I'm in love when we see the man them get involved with the ladies them. In a YouTube, knowing that it's a unity thing, it's not a one-sided thing. You know what I mean? And we just love the runnings when we see a hygiene can come out and do little fishing and him empress the right the son, or him wife the right the son, kid, him youthfulness and them just having fun. It's called Adventure. You can go over to her and check her out, guys. Trust me. And me now goes well. Me have my limit, and I must say KC, me see her, and big up yourself same way and congratulate you same way. Come on to the educational background there, so and Ray and KC Adventure TV, guys. When you can go over to her if you not have her. And next again in line is K1, KAYONE, K1 876. Can check out her content. She live in England. She have nice content, outdoor content where she would travel, walk up and down and walk in different areas in London, England here, and share beautiful historical buildings and sculpture and one heap of things she have on our channel. You can visit her. She do one and two live stream too and tell people what she been through in her life and everything there. Right now I think she's whether she's sick or she get better now or I want me to see her yet. But you know, we hope that KK1876 will come back soon on the YouTube street and come do her thing because she persistent and she want it just like us. So as we say guys, you can visit them people there straight and no joke, they will visit you back and give you support. And guys, the thing about it, I'm not forcing anyone to go over to a person's channel and stick themselves over there and saying, alright, I'm gonna subscribe to this person and Ray, and you know, more time, you know, more see person come over. That doesn't mean that you're gonna take back your subscription and left it. Because you do good and good follow you. More time you subscribe to a person and they not come back over and enough people subscribe to. And they don't come over to me. But me not pay that mind. Me give them that. You see, that's how sometimes when they do choose to come over, sometimes when they do choose to come over, them say, Oliver, I connect with you. Me just reply and say, I connect with you a long time. From when the devil was up.
Americans, we can do anything we want, except one thing. We just can't stop being Americans. So get out there, take your swing. That your engines and that freedom ring, and never, ever, ever stop.
Oh, Oliver done? Let me see. Look like Mega.
If you bad man ain't like silly, scroll.
Hi, Julia. Yeah.
Greetings, guys. Greetings to each and every one of you guys around the world, local and international.
I think I should cut this and start it. All right. So.
And also Oliver, like.
Yeah. So that's it. With the information I was given earlier on regarding the birthright citizen, and then with Lady V, then I have to put those tags in. So I'm not gonna put Oliver, another Oliver on this. So people, thank you for watching. I'm gonna sleep after this. Yeah. And be back later. So Pat, thanks for watching. Julia, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good night. So beautiful life scene. Bye. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, newcomers. Thank you.